Can you guess what idiom I'm dressed as? Not sure? Don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this is and 9 other idioms. If you're learning English and love getting creative, then today's video is perfect for you. We're going to explore 10 popular English idioms, but with a twist. I'll be turning each one into a fun costume. Not only will you learn what these idioms mean, but you'll also get to see them come to life in a way that's easy to remember. So whether you're dressing up for a party, learning new phrases, or just looking for a cool way to boost your English vocabulary, stick around. Let's jump right in. Wait, what is this? And where is it? I have a chip on my shoulder. When someone has a chip on their shoulder, it means that they feel angry or upset because they believe something unfair happened to them. Remember, in British English, we use the word chip to describe fries. But in the United States, this is a chip. Chips, or potato chips, are called crisps in British English. But despite the difference, the expression is the same all over the world. Here's how you could use it. We might use the idiom to talk about personal relationships. Jake's had a chip on his shoulder ever since his brother got more attention for his achievements. We could also use it to describe some social situations. Ever since he didn't get that promotion last year, John has had a chip on his shoulder. He's always quick to argue with management now. I am a wolf and I am crying. I am crying wolf. You might know this expression without realizing that you do. It could be something that you've possibly heard from a story when you were a child. When someone cries wolf, it means that they keep asking for help or saying something is wrong when nothing really is happening. So after a while, people stop believing them, even when there really is a problem. It's like giving a false alarm too many times. Let's look at an example. After faking being sick so many times to skip school, Max cried wolf one too many times, and when he actually got sick, no one believed him. And another example in a social context, nobody believed him when he actually needed help at work because he cried wolf too many times. Whoa, my socks have been knocked off. When something knocks your socks off, it means it's so surprising or impressive that you're amazed. This can happen with many different things, like a great performance, a delicious meal, or an incredible experience. It's a way of saying that something was much better than you expected. Let's look at some examples. You could use this expression to talk about things like food. Wait till you taste this cake, it'll knock your socks off. Or a pleasant experience. I got a trip to the beach for my birthday. It completely knocked my socks off. Basically, if something knocks your socks off, it's amazing. I'm wearing my fancy dress and there are 9s on it. Don't I look nice? No? Well, I'm dressed to the 9s. To use the idiom to be dressed to the 9s means to wear your fancy and sophisticated clothes. Think of clothes people would wear to a very special occasion, and you'll imagine people dressed to the 9s. It's the perfect thing to say to someone who has dressed up for a formal occasion or a professional event. Wow, you're dressed to the 9s. Or, for that party, everyone was dressed to the 9s. What am I doing? I'm getting my ducks in a row. If you have your ducks in a row, it means you're well organized and prepared and have everything in order before something important starts. This expression is often used when someone needs to plan or arrange things carefully to be successful. It's likely making sure that everything is lined up perfectly, just like ducks walking in a straight line. For example, you could say, before launching your startup, make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Secure the funding, finalize the business plan, and register the company. Or something like this. We're leaving for a holiday next week, but I still need to get my ducks in a row. Book hotels, confirm the flights, and pack our bags. In both examples, having your ducks in a row means being fully prepared and organized, ready to handle whatever comes next. What's going on here? There are clouds around my head. I have my head in the clouds. If you have your head in the clouds, it means you're not paying attention to what's happening around you. Maybe you're daydreaming or thinking about something else and not focused on what's important right now. It's like your mind is far away. It could also mean that your ideas or plans are not very realistic. Look at this example. She's got her head in the clouds thinking she'll become famous overnight. Or, with his head in the clouds, he missed his bus stop again. This is a hand. You've given me a hand. Give me a hand is a useful idiom that is commonly used in both professional and casual environments to ask for help. It is a polite way to ask for help without being annoying. So in a professional setting, for example, a meeting, you might say, could you give me a hand with this presentation? Or at home, you could say something like, would you mind giving me a hand with the cooking? And it's totally fine to use it in this context. I'm in disguise. I'm a blessing in disguise. When something is a blessing in disguise, it means that something seems bad or unfortunate at first, but in the long term, actually, it's a good thing. It's like a hidden benefit or a positive result that you don't see right away, but you will see in the future. Let's look at this example. Breaking up with my partner was a blessing in disguise because it gave me the opportunity to focus on myself and discover new hobbies. Or, losing my job felt terrible, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because I found a better one soon after. So, losing the job was a bad thing at first, but later it was a good thing for the person in this situation because they got a better job later on. I'm a cat and I've been let out of the bag. I'm letting the cat out of the bag. When someone lets the cat out of the bag, it means that they accidentally told a secret or shared information that was supposed to be kept private. It's like telling something that shouldn't be known yet. This could be a secret or a surprise. Here's an example. Who let the cat out of the bag about the birthday presents? We know from this expression that someone accidentally told another person about the secret birthday presents. It's not always a bad thing to let the cat out of the bag, but usually it is disappointing for the people involved. My head is over my heels. So I am head over heels. If you say head over heels, you mean to be completely and deeply in love or thoroughly absorbed in something. It describes an overwhelming feeling of attraction or enthusiasm. Now, normally it's used for romantic situations, but we use this phrase in other ways to describe things that we are passionate about. Let's look at some examples. She's head over heels about her new job. Or he's head over heels in his new relationship. One last thing, be sure to use this phrase carefully in professional settings. it's best to keep it for objects or projects rather than people in the workplace. Well, those are our 10 idioms. Are you ready for a little practice? Let's give it a go. I'm going to quickly show you one of the idioms and you have to tell me which one it is. You ready? Let's go. And there you have it. These 10 idioms are just a small sample of the colourful expressions that make English such an interesting and rich language. Remember, mastering idioms isn't just about memorising their meanings, it's also about understanding when and how to use them naturally in conversation. Here's a quick tip. Start with 1 or 2 idioms that connect with your daily life. Maybe you're always giving someone a hand at home, or perhaps you've recently experienced a blessing in disguise. Using idioms in contexts that matter to you will help you remember them. Here's a bonus question. What idiom is this? Any ideas? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to explain what it means. Feel free to try and use the idioms in the comments and we'll make sure to correct any that you use. If you also like to scroll on social media, we make short form content there. You might even see an additional idiom or 2. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm Claire, and if you liked everything today, don't forget to subscribe for more educational English content.